right, let's stand for the Pledge of the Allegiance to the flag. I pledge the allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we are being audioed and videoed this evening. I have a motion to accept the minutes from the March 15th meeting.
I'll make the motion to accept.
Okay, I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's accepted. Okay. All right, under the old business, we did get the selectmen's approval to pay the bill for the bench at Perry Hill Road and Mendel Road. So that's going to be taken care of. We're also waiting for the beautification committee to help clean out that corner. I got an email from her last week that they're going out there this Saturday, and the gentleman that's going to cut down some of that stuff is going to be there Saturday around noontime. So we're finally going to be cutting some of the old brush down and some of the overgrown stuff. But I did take a ride out there because my husband went out for a ride and said, there's flowers blooming over there. So I took a ride out there to see what it was blooming. There's rhododendrons. Okay, there was actually 2 nice bushes of rhododendrons. And I took a walk around the back. Looks like we have a lilac bush that's going to be opening. So there's a few things there that I really don't want them to cut down because it's old, you know, it belongs there. So I'm going to try to meet them out there Saturday around noontime, just so I can catch them before they start cutting everything down. Okay? We want to save the old stuff because that belongs at that corner. Okay? Yes, we received a letter from Jim Merritt, our building inspector, regarding the Russell Memorial Library. Jim is asking the selectmen to the possibility of selling the building before it falls into total disrepair. Okay, I've got the letter here from Jim. You can see it. And I pulled out a little bit more information today regarding the library. I did have a little conversation with Dave DeRoche and Mr. Kelly, the town administrator, and they were looking into who actually was the original legal owner to make sure there are no survivors or anything, that if they go to sell the building that somebody's going to come forward to claim some money, or does everything go to the town of Acushnet? Okay, they were working on that. So there was an appraisal done a while back. I was supposed to get some information on that appraisal as to what it came in at, but I didn't receive it as yet. So, and I've got a copy of the original deed, which if you want to read it, maybe Richard, you might be interested in reading that from, I guess Mr. Saucy was the original. And I pulled out the new information on it.
Now, this is pertaining to the library.
The
Russell
library over
Memorial.
here on 88 Main Street.
So that's no longer going to be for veterans?
That fell apart because it was gonna be way, way, way too costly.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
with the handicap issue.
Yeah, it was way, way too costly. There was no way they were gonna even touch that.
Now, wasn't that building originally donated to the town?
Well, according to that, I think it was. Does
But
it say he gave it to or donated it to Acushnet?
It's hard to read this.
Because that was back in 1930. Right now, they got the value up to $517,800
For that building?
for the building and the land, everything.
it's,
The building alone, $415,200. But it's true what Jim says, you know, the building is sitting there deteriorating when they could possibly sell it and get money that the town could use, you know? But there was some issues there. Mr. Kelly said that they were checking out to make sure of the ownership and make sure there are no family, you know.
no.
Somewhere on that property, isn't there a time capsule?
There's the time capsule, and that was a question that was brought to me from Mr. Kelly. And I have a letter from Dina, from the library up on Middle Road, that they would love to take that time capsule. So if the building gets sold, the Veterans Monument may end up getting moved to Park, okay? And the time capsule would go to the library on Middle Road, because they could, you know, bury it all over again, and it would be there, it would be safe, okay? And of course, there would be a deed restriction that would go with that building.
Now, is this something the town council would have to look at, or?
I think they've already been involved
Oh,
with
okay.
town council. See, the way this reads, Henry Saucier of Acushnet in the county of Bristol in Commonwealth of Massachusetts, being unmarried, for consideration paid, grant to the town of Acushnet, a municipal corporation duly established by law and situated in said county with warranty covenants to the land in said Acushnet, which is bounded, of course, by Main Street and Saucier Street. But then it says here, I, Vitalina Saucier, wife of said grantor. So I don't know, he must have got married later on in life, because here he's saying unmarried.
Now, that was before the building was built, correct?
This was in 1936.
Isn't there?
The building was built in 1930.
So he owned the building?
This is how they did deeds back then. Very hard to understand. Main Street running south, southerly, containing 56.59 square rods. Lots 24, 25, 26, and plan now, or formerly of, oh my God, I can't make out, Joseph Gillot and Henry Saucier.
Yeah. Saucier?
Yeah, and Henry Saucier. I, Vitaline Saucier, wife of said grantor, released to said grantee all rights of owner and homestead and other interests therein. Witness and sealed this 25th day of May 1926. So apparently there was no building there.
Well,
Because
that's
the-
what it looks like, because it's just has the land. It
Yeah.
doesn't mention anything about a
No,
structure on it.
no, because according to this, the building was built in 1930.
Yeah, I thought there was a cornerstone or something with a date on it, on the library. On the top, on the facade, on the top.
Is
Isn't
that
there a
right?
date on the top?
I think it says 1930, doesn't it?
Something, there's a date up there, I thought.
Okay. But there, according to what Jim said here about the deed restriction, right? Stone facade and roof are in satisfactory condition. Okay, so the town should only have concern over the time capsule placed near the dedication monument in the front lawn, but other than that, I believe there are no restrictions on the property. I know, in fact, this goes way back, look, this was in 12. Kevin Dakin wrote this to Alan Catino about, I guess, the deed restriction. Yeah. Placed on the market for sale with a deed restriction protecting the exterior facade in perpetuity. So that facade would never change.
So in other words, the only renovation they could do is to the interior.
Interior. Mm-hmm. Which it really does need work inside.
Well,
And it's true.
If anyone's gonna buy that building for any commercial uses,
Right.
it's gonna have to be completely redone, I imagine.
But you know, that building could be used like an accountant's office.
Yeah.
Something like that, you know, 1 or 2 people. That building would be perfect for it. You could have an office upstairs and another one downstairs, you know?
But you have to figure in the maintenance costs in your business to buy that building.
Well, it's gonna be somebody with some money to put up front, that's for sure. Because like the real estate market right now is crazy. Houses are selling for double and triple of what they're worth, you know? But I figured I'd bring this all to your attention because it is something that's probably gonna be coming up shortly at a selectmen's meeting.
Would that building have been constructed by the WPA?
Everybody asks me that, and we're not 100% sure, because it doesn't give me any information, but it could have been, because
When
of the
is this
stuff.
building built? The one we're in right now? Same time period?
Bad to ask me that. I'm not sure.
Okay. Because it still has the fieldstone veneer.
Huh. Which it could have been.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so that's things to think about. Town meeting is May 9th. We do have 3 articles from the commission, but I got bad news today from Lisa. It seems like the CPC is gone kaput. There's no secretary, and the chairperson lost his wife. He's away. Nobody's here to have a meeting. Lisa is not on the board anymore. I'm not on, I never was on that board. But Robbie, when he was with us, he was on that board. So there's only a few people on the board. Lisa told me today she's working on it. She's gonna try to see what she can do. If she could get a meeting by Thursday of this week to try to get my articles, because I've got 3 articles and the park department's got an article. And right now, Lisa said if they can't get a meeting put together, then these articles are all gonna sit until fall meeting. And then you know what that means, all the prices that I've gotten are gonna go up another 5–10%. Because that's what happened, I had gotten prices, and when they decided on having a meeting, I had to go back and get new prices, and they had all gone up 5%. So wait till the end of the year, they're gonna go up another 10%. So I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is town meeting is May 9th, but my articles may not make it to CPC. Okay, and we're still looking for 4 new members for the commission, and with Laurie coming in, that'll bring us down to 3 members left. And if you have a chance, are you in town tomorrow? Are you stopping and see Lisa? She'll give you everything. She'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay? So, anything under old or new business? Nothing?
No.
No, nothing brought up?
You never mentioned something about the Perry Hill and Mendel Road tables and chairs. Once that's all refurbished.
Where have you got that?
Last item number 2.
Oh, once we clean it up?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna, once we get it all cleaned up, the beautification committee will help clean that up. And she already talked to Jim about getting the 2 boys with the truck to cart everything to recycling. So once that gets all cleared up, then after that, we can probably talk to Mr. Kelly, town administrator, and see if there's a possibility that we could get maybe a couple of benches or something over there. You know, even maybe a couple of garbage cans, because I know what's gonna happen if people start going there, they're gonna make a mess out of it. So we don't want that to happen. But right now, I'm looking forward to get it cleaned up because there's a lot of nice stuff growing over there. And yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna be a nice site. So anyways, this is the information I had gotten out of the History of Acushnet book regarding the Horse Hall. And this I got from the Registry of Deeds. Look at this, 1837 to 1885. Look, there was a Acushnet Iron Foundry, and there was the Acushnet Paper Company, owned by Simeon Hawes, 1884. And that was originally on Mill Road, and the Acushnet sawmills. So this came right from the registry, and then this, of course, I did a little bit further research, and okay, see, certificates of payment and capitals. Name of the corporation, Acushnet Paper Company. See, when it was filed, 1884, incorporated 1884, $3,000 capital and cash on hand. Isn't that something? This goes all the way back. I tell you, you get into the computer and start Googling this stuff, it's really interesting. Now, Acushnet Paper Company, 1884. Now this one's a little different. Annual returns of corporations, and it has the Acushnet Paper Company. Date of the annual meeting, the capital plot, real estate, the whole thing all the way down the line, and the value of everything. Does anybody remember where the Acushnet Mills Corporation was in Acushnet? I'm telling you, the more you dig, you find it out more and more. Acushnet Mills Corporation, 1884. See, the only thing it doesn't tell me is where it was.
That's a little before my time, Paul.
Yeah, mine too. Even though right now I feel it. The real estate with the Acushnet Mills Corporation. They had some money into that building. Look at this. Acushnet Mills Corporation, the machinery alone, $672,000. The building was worth $233,000. Land and water power.
1884.
1884.
And it was worth that much?
Yep. It says capital stock as fixed by the corporation, $750,000.
Must have been working for the whaling industry.
I wish I knew where it was.
But November 6th.
I wish I knew where it was. There was also an Acushnet Strait Railway Company. It said it was located in New Bedford, yet it was called Acushnet.
Well, that section of New Bedford where the old terminal was, that was the Acushnet Heights, wasn't it?
That would be the northeast corner of Tuckahoe Hill Road and Acushnet Avenue. Some would come down from Taunton, rotate, the others would come north from Fort Broad and go south.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to find,
I
But
know
the old depot was down, well, I guess that's Acushnet Heights. Well Square. down
Well
in
Square is
Bedford.
Acushnet Heights, yeah,
Yes, that's correct. Kaba.
yeah.
I always thought that was where they repaired them, that's where they kept them, they repaired them on the bridge. New Bedford Haven Bridge, on the north side.
Oh,
I have all of that, I have that magazine, I should say, the book, with that, all the layouts of where everything is, the trolley cars, pictures, where they came from, where they went to.
Is that right?
Yes. I'm not gonna donate it though, but I'll let you look at it.
Was that Spinnaker? Put that up?
No,
Joe Spinner?
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the name, I'll bring it in next time.
My next thing is I'm gonna have to go down to the New Bedford's assessor's office, because Acushnet, as far as the maps go, I've done all I can do in Acushnet. You can't find nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. You try to go back, and it's hopeless. They tell me there's old cards and old stuff down in the basement, but not old maps. I mean, I've got an 1875 and 1891 at the museum. And that, neither map shows anything to do with that Acushnet Paper Company. But the 1875, I would have thought, if not, at least the 1891 should have showed it at that area. But what I'm trying to find out is, because people have told me that Acushnet went all the way up to Acushnet Avenue. Years ago, there was houses and everything. Where the car wash is now, I remember when I was a kid, when we lived on John Street, there was an ice house there. My father used to go every Saturday morning, get a block of ice for our ice box down in the basement. And I was born in 42. We lived on John Street until I was 10, 42, 10. Yeah, 51. We bought the house in Dartmouth.
Well, didn't the Sawmills have a nice cutting place there
Northwest
on the
corner,
pond?
northwest corner of Acushnet Avenue with Tuckahoe Hill Road where the school is.
Which
Where
Iris
Jarvis
Swift did.
School is, yes. Was the ice pond, where they got the ice from.
That was a pond?
Yeah.
That was a pond.
Yes.
And I got a map, Googled the map from there. Shows me the pond, and I keep riding by there to find the doggone pond. He tells me now it's where the school
Where
is.
the school and the house is over, yes.
So the pond, they filled it in.
You wouldn't be able to do that today.
No. Big no. But I'm gonna have to go down to the assessor's office in New Bedford because Acushnet only goes back to like 1860. So before that, I would have to go to the assessor's office in New Bedford to look up the old maps to see how far the Acushnet line went up to Tarkin Hill and what was there. Because I'm told there was houses there. But I know that ice house was where the car wash is. Yeah,
Yes,
okay, and then you got the post office,
yes.
And that other
You have
house?
that picture, yes.
yeah? The post office, that other house, and then that white rooming house.
Yes,
And then it's the car wash.
yes. Used to be a Joe England, used to be sold fish stuff,
Yeah,
fish lures, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
yeah. But I can't dig any further in the Acushnet because they just don't have the records. I'm gonna have to take a time and go down to the assessors in New Bedford and see what
We
I
still
can
got
do.
that office downstairs? There was some file cabinets.
It's only storage. The file cabinet, as far as I know, everything was emptied out and put in boxes, and then the boxes were moved with Pam. So the
Because we used
boxes,
to have a meeting down there, and we
Yeah,
had
we
a
did.
little office.
yeah, but it's all storage down there now.
So
I haven't been
all
down
that
there.
stuff that was there.
Yeah, went to, the new,
Have they got it filed over there?
oh yeah, she's got everything on the computer. Everything's been filed, and I've got boxes from the commission. You remember the room that we used to walk in downstairs that had all the records?
Mm-hmm.
Well, all our records from there were all moved over to the, what do I wanna call it, a safe, it's a walk-in safe. That's where all the town records are kept now. Whenever I want something like this was put away in one of the boxes on the information on the library. See, she even put it to, give it to me, but I'm gonna give it back to her so she can put it back in one of the boxes, the file. This way, I don't need this at my house. I got so much stuff in my house, I'm ready to scream, and I'm trying to downsize a lot of it because it's out of control. You know, I've got the society, I've got the commission, I've got the council on aging, you know, my living room is taken over. So I gotta get it over to Pam and get it boxed and put away. So, okay, so nothing else under old new business. Our next meeting will be May 17th here at the meeting room, hopefully. Okay, all set?
I'm waiting for you, yes.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Okay,
I second it.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned.